All right, welcome back to Artsmartt Chef Life. Today I'm going to be cooking stuffed chicken breast. It's going to have spinach, feta, and mozzarella cheese with some sweet peppers inside. This is all you're going to need to accomplish this goal. So this is for my fellas or my ladies too, who have a special someone you're trying to impress and you don't want to just cook spaghetti and meatball. I have nothing against spaghetti and meatball personally, but you want to turn it up a notch if it's someone you're trying to date, maybe in the future even say you're marrying her, right? So you want to impress the young lady or the young man. So this is a good recipe for impressing your future mate. Here we go. Like I said, you can use feta. I use feta and mozzarella because those are cheese that are good for me, that work for me, that won't cause me any problems. So I use these two cheeses. They're pretty much a neutral cheese, so I use those. So you're gonna need some sweet peppers. I cut up my sweet peppers usually, and I freeze them. So this is why it looks like it got snowed in. Yeah. And you're gonna need some toothpicks. What you do with your toothpicks, you're going to soak it in warm water so they're flexible, because I'm going to show you a technique I use to sew up the sides of the chicken breast. So go ahead, if you're trying to do this right now, go ahead and get you some toothpicks and soak it in warm water and leave it, alright? So the next step, what you're going to need to do, you're going to need to have is scallions, a little bit of jalapeno, of course. Everybody like that little spice in there. Like, don't give her or him a boring stuffed chicken breast. Ooh, no. Give them something they're gonna be like, oh yes, that was awesome, you know? So this is what we have. The onions, a little bit of ginger, because you know I love my ginger, garlic, impressive, you know? Those are the things you're gonna need. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna start sauteing some of the spinach with the onions and the garlic, and one more ingredient, of course, breadcrumbs and your eggs. I'm sorry about that. You're going to need breadcrumbs and eggs definitely, because we're going to make a little batter with the eggs, and you're going to use the breadcrumbs. Oh, and here's a neat trick I like to do too. You know, you go to the grocery store and you have those bags that you put your fruit in. I usually save them because I use them to shake my breadcrumbs in. Instead of messing up my hands while I'm cooking and I need to touch other things, I'll just put the breadcrumbs in that plastic bag over there and shake it up quick, take it out, and good to go. Alright, so we're going to start frying it up, and basically sauteing it up, not fry it up, because we're not going to overcook it. We're going to just saute it nicely, alright? But just remember, these are all the ingredients you're going to need. Maybe a little bit of paprika, maybe. It depends on if you do or don't need paprika, or you do like paprika, but this is basically it. So let's get cooking, alright? So let's get this fire started. And here we go. Get that water out of there, and we're on our way, alright? Alright, see? We have the onions, the jalapeno, the sweet peppers, the ginger, the garlic, frying up a little bit there. And the next step we're going to do, we're going to put the spinach in there, stir it up a little bit, because once we put it back in the chicken, it's going to get cooked again, so you don't really have to overcook it. You're just going to saute it properly, just let those flavors mesh together a little bit in the pan first, you know. And yeah, you see those colors? That's going to pop out for your date, you know what I'm saying? You have a date night, you're going to do a little candlelight dinner, perfect meal. Alright, the only thing that you can add to this that'll make it a little bit better is steam some broccoli, stir fry it, and just put it right there next to your chicken stuffed with spinach. And trust me, it's gonna be a hit. Your girl, the lady, she don't be kissing you the whole night, man. I don't know. You didn't do it right. I guess you didn't cook right. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say about that. But for sure, this is how you impress your ladies, my brothers. This is how you impress the ladies. This is something that is tried and true. Trust me, it works every time. Alright, ladies, if you're trying to impress a young man, if you got a friend that's trying to impress a young man, hey, send him my video, you know? Say, hey, Artsmartt said this is what you should do. And trust me, it's always from the stomach to the heart. Trust me. Alright? So we're gonna put on the next step we're gonna do is put on the spinach, saute it up in there, and keep it moving. Alright, so what we're doing here now, we're just adding spinach, just making sure you got enough to stuff the chicken breast with properly. You know, you see how those colors popping out from the sweet peppers? That's what you want, you know? A little bit of colors. That's going to help the visual. That's going to be a nice visual aid for your food, you know? It's not going to be bland. It's not going to be boring. It's like, oh, this green stuff. No, you're giving them colors, man. You're giving them stuff that's going to pop out like, woo, yeah. You know, you have the little jalapeno in there. That's going to hit the... It's going to be our basic stuffing for the chicken breast. That's in that plastic bag right there. So, just mix properly. And you want to distribute that feta properly. Just break it up with your hands, you know. Yep. So, another trick, you don't want to make too much of a mess, because guess who's going to have to clean it? More likely, if you have a good guest or a good partner, they'll say, hey, I'll help you with the dishes since you did such a good job doing candlelight dinner for you. But that's not always going to happen in life. So just remember, clean as you cook. So it spares you the headache of having to do the dishes when you want to spend time with your company. Alright? So just keep that in mind. Clean as you go. You see I have limited dishes around me. It's a reason, because I've been cleaning as I go. So what you're going to do next, you're going to take all of this, boom, transfer it over into the bigger bowl, because you don't want to make a mess. Alright? So that's good. Boom. Clean that out. Take everything out. That's good stuff there. Don't just leave it behind, you know. So, yeah. So let's keep this going. Mix properly. Same way you mix everything else. Mix properly. Alright? Can somebody say yum? Well, if you could smell this, you would say yum, because I wish we had smell-o-vision, really and truly. This would be so cool to have people smell this and be like, from any part of the world, you can smell this. Alright, so there you have it. Your feta cheese with mozzarella cheese and spinach and sweet peppers and onions and ginger, everything in there mixed up together. Alright, so we're going to leave that there. And our next step, we'll be stuffing the chicken breast, then stitching it together and putting it in our concoction. Remember what I told you earlier, right? You have a little egg wash, a little flour, little breadcrumbs right there. See what I did? Put some flour in that bag too. When you're done, you just throw it out. You don't need to have to worry about the clean up. No more dishes to clean up, partner. That's how you that's how you hack that. Get around that, alright? So, let's keep going, alright? It's possible. You see I'm going like this? And I just turn it in there, right? That's going to hold that in place right there. So you don't need too many toothpicks. Alright? Next step. Turn this. Don't worry about the cheese that's coming out. You're going to put it back in, of course. But you just want to get the main parts of it locked up properly. See? Like that. I'm going to take the little lip over here. Push down. Right? Come back up to the back here. Keep pulling it back out to the front. Remember, the toothpick can bend, so you're getting a better opportunity to curve it to what you want it to do. Alright? So, boom. Now, there you go. Perfect. And you just continue on doing the rest of them. And keep going. And that's all you got to do. Again, same thing. Bring it over where you can work. Put it on an angle where you can work on it. See? And all you got to do is go back in there and redistribute it properly from the end. Because you know you're using the end, right? Boom. Let's do like that. Push down all the way. Right, make sure it's right through the bottom. Run it along the base. As far possible you can get it. Like that. See that? And just remember, when you're doing this, you're going to have to warn your guests that it does have toothpick in it. That would be the smart thing to do. But if you're going to serve it yourself, make sure you remember the count of toothpicks you have in there. That is very important. You don't want somebody choking on a toothpick now. So what you're going to do, you do simplify. You put 2 at least. So you remember there's at least 2 toothpicks in every chicken breast. See that? You can move it. This here, don't worry about it. You can always put it back in. Once we get that bread, that flour on it, it's going to glue in properly. You have no issues at all. Alright? So don't worry about that. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it just has to lock at least at one end. Alright, folks? So we're going to continue on. This one might need 3, so let's go from here. From the back end, because this is a bigger piece of breast. And shout out to my mom who taught me this recipe, because she's the one that got me to do it the first time around, to help her out with it. So Mom, thanks for the recipe. I improved upon it, of course, you know my style, but I appreciate you teaching me this. Got my own little twists and turns to it, of course, because you have to make it your own, people. Just make it your own. You may not want all this stuff that I got in here. So just remember that, you know? Let's go down first. I keep doing this. Down first. And bring it up back. Alright? You can redistribute this back into the fold. That's not a problem. You see the cheese is not melting or getting gloppy. That's why you cool it down first. Come on, work with me. There we go. Good. Don't worry about all this. This is gonna get covered over just now anyway. See that? Take that, push it right in here like that. No problem. So on the bigger one, we know we have at least 3 toothpicks, all right? So you got to be careful. You got to look for that when you're... So that's 1, 2, 3. All right? So we have 1 more left. Basically, you can see that the holes that was in the chicken before are not there anymore. It's all covered with breadcrumbs, and that's perfect. That's what you want. Now, if you're a young man and you're trying to impress your girl and you don't want to have soggy chicken on the underside of your chicken while it's baking, you can go ahead and get an aluminum pan. Some stores sell aluminum pan with an extra insert, which is like a little rack. Alright, folks, this is what your stuffed chicken breast is going to look like when it comes out the oven. You see how it got golden brown, delicious. So what you're going to do, if you notice underneath the pan, you see the drips of the cheese, you can leave that. Let that go down to the bottom. That's why I told you to have a drain pan, just in case, you know, because I know what's going to happen. I've cooked this meal before. Yeah, and that's how it goes. The cheese has to have somewhere to go, so the excess is going to pour out, all right? So just remember that. So what are we going to do next? I'm going to plate it, show you how to present it. Remember, the chicken is already breaded, so you really don't need a starch with it. So I'm just... Hey everybody, this is our final product. This is how we serve it. If you want to add another starch like pasta to it, you're more than welcome to. But this is how I'll serve it for my guests. Alright? Just remember, the first and only rule when it comes to cooking, people, we always cook with love, alright? So when you have your date and you're having fun, they'll see that you put love into this meal for them, you know? And they'll appreciate you a whole lot more. So just remember, always cook with love. And just remember, take out those toothpicks before you serve it, all right?